drift along the breeze anywhere. With you by my side, any place will be perfect. You make me feel.
Right, well, that didn't work. And now I'm hearing myself echo still, so, oh well, I don't know where that's coming from. So let's shut everything down. Well, actually, I don't know if anyone can even hear me at this point. I don't think I touched anything. I don't know if anyone can hear me at all. Okay, you can hear me. All right. Okay, good. Yeah, first I was getting the sound doubled. Then I thought I turned off the YouTube side of things and left StreamYards up. But then, yeah, the music went away. So anyhow, that didn't work. Maybe I won't do that again. Anyhow, that was a thought it'd be a cute little song from a guy named The Cog is Dead. But that didn't work out the way I'd hoped. Let me see if I can figure out what happened there. Anyhow, well, hi everybody. Maybe this also a lesson to tell me that don't stream twice in one day. Hope everyone's having a good day, good night, good evening. I am clearly teching at my usual level of expertise. Anyhow, I thought since all I'm going to be doing, unless somebody has something more interesting, we'll be poking around, looking at some more of Albert Robida's, or however that's pronounced, Albert Robida's artwork from about the turn of the century, where he was drawing a lot of sort of sci-fi, steampunky, Victorian era stuff that, you know, he said was the year 1980 or the year 2000, depending on the novel. And never heard of him until a couple of days ago. And then I'd only really found some of his horror art for project. And last night, we're poking around some more, found some of his sci-fi art, which is even more spectacular than his dark fantasy / horror art. Although, again, we have a couple people here. Welsh News Network is, what do they say, in the house. So welcome. I saw Dan, I saw Hank. I think Becca is here. As usual, the count of people here tells me that I'm by myself, talking to myself. Hopefully the side chat is still there. Oh, Kelly is here too. Carrie is here. Not Kelly. God, what is with me tonight? Carrie is here. Yes, Hank and yeah, I said horror art. Actually, I need to find that clip too. I was watching a channel called Law Talk with Mike, and one of the cases he was showing was a divorce case, and the lady's attorney, as they're doing their questioning, the the guy's attorney to the soon-to-be ex-wife or whatever was going on says, "Ma'am, are you a whore?" And the defense attorney or the wife's attorney says, "Your Honor, I object to that." And the judge is just sitting there looking a little stunned, and the guy's attorney says, "Your Honor, I can wrap this up in a hurry." And the Honor says, "Okay, go ahead." And the guy's attorney once again says, "Ma'am, are you you are a whore?" So yeah, so that I need to find that clip. I need to put it up on my channel because I thought it was hilarious. Oh, really? Okay, well, she might like this then. She might also like to look at The Cog is Dead if she hasn't heard of them. It's they started out doing sort of steampunk themed music, and then COVID hit, and it seems like it's just the one guy now, and he seems to do mostly cover tunes these days. But I'll admit I'm not entirely up to speed on what they're doing. No, ZXL, it had not started, but now that you're here, the party is underway. You missed my attempt at playing music as a sort of beginning of the stream, and I have no idea how I ended up silencing it, but I guess I ended up silencing it. Yeah, don't know what I did. I did something wrong, and maybe I'll try that again. But let me get Robida, the Robida file up, and we'll look at some pretty pictures. I was actually also going to go through them and sort of organize them a bit. I was pulling down pictures from different books of his, and I was going to rename them to sort of sort them thematically. But my thing this evening went on much longer than I'd anticipated. Again, usual complaint, blah, blah, blah. So didn't get as organized as I would like. But all that aside, let's go on with the art show. If you were here last night, you probably would have seen a few of these already, but trust me, there are bunches and bunches you haven't seen. Actually, we'll start with things that we'll start in this other folder here. Well, I guess I should ask the chat. Do you want to see a small selection of actually, I don't even know what to call his stuff, because I don't know that it's not really steampunk, because there's no, there's not a lot of gears and all the other stuff that they love in steampunk. One setting that he has in the novel called The Life Electric, everything is, well, as the name implies, everything runs off electricity. They have electric fields that let them lift ships up into the air. And then one of the other worlds that he has, things run off of, hot air balloons and helium and stuff like that. So it's not steam. So it's not steampunk. I don't quite know what to call it. Old future, outdated future, future that never was. I don't know. Victoriana punk, Paris punk. And then he was from France and lived in Paris. I don't know what to call his genre of sci-fi. Huh. Well, a bubble bath is a party, I guess, in a way. But yeah, it's never a party around here. Because I lead a sad and empty life. All right, well, yeah, let's start with some non-cyberpunky art, or and then we can get into the other stuff. Unless people tell me that they want to see steampunk all the time. Just steampunk, only steampunk, all the time steampunk. Let's see here. Can I? Oh, and I'll put the side. If somebody wants to come up and say something on stage, we'll put the link up there. And let's see. I think I can pin this, right? Ban, use, or delete their comment. I can put myself in timeout. Maybe I should try that and see what happens. No, I better not. So let's see. Let's see if that works. Is that link any good? It's could be Chili or Turtle Boy. Yeah, you know, I didn't think it was possible for me to dislike Chili any more than I do, but holy shit, that stream that you guys were showing parts of. Excuse my language. There's Hank. Hey, Hank, welcome.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, guys were angry earlier. Well, he was making me angry. Holy crap. How are you, Hank?
Turtle Boy, yeah. Much less likely to support, or my hatred for Turtle Boy goes deeper than my hatred for Cholito.
Well, maybe I just don't know enough about Turtle Boy. I can't really even muster. I mean, he's clearly a vile human being. There's no question about that. I guess I just don't know enough about him.
Yeah.
But that whole bit with him exploiting that murder to sort of self-promote and sell T-shirts, yeah, that's or accidental death turned into a murder. I mean, who knows really what happened there? It's from I don't know, but yeah,
the grand jury was pretty adamant of what happened.
Oh yeah,
we'll see what.
Yeah, they indicted it.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that's true.
They indicted her on murder, vehicular manslaughter whilst under the influence, and leaving the scene of an accident.
Oh yes, actually, now you've said that, I do recall. But yeah,
seems to be plenty of evidence to back up their case.
Yeah, but his whole conspiracy theory thing, it's just ludicrous on the face of it.
Well,
two different police agencies in half a town sounds like they have to be involved.
Oh no, not two different police agencies, 6.
6, okay.
And the crime lab, and the pathologist, and the hospital, and the entire judicial system.
Yeah.
Oh, and we have to forget about the camera footage from the bar showing her downing the 9 drinks that she had before driving the vehicle.
Yep. It is. Yeah, it the whole cover-up thing is just makes me. Well, I feel that way about a lot of the conspiracy theories that float around and people that are yelling cover up.
Well, you heard plenty of conspiracy theories from Chile today.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah.
I lost count at 12.
Yeah, I think I have that stream saved, so I can go back and grab some things out of it. And
yeah,
right. I was just so angry afterwards that I did a little 20-minute thing afterward. I think you guys are probably wrapping up, but the end of that stream where he's just sort of brought in the moon landing and
Oh, he references that about 2 or 3 times through it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I had to rage quit you guys' broadcast earlier a couple of times because I was sitting here trying to do some writing and editing with you guys in the background as just static, if you will.
Yeah.
And his garbage, just oh my God. Well, if my antics in the side chat didn't show that to your audience, that
Well,
I was just
you can
losing my
imagine how
shit.
we feel. We take 2 days off a week. Wednesday is always one of our days off.
Yeah, I
Now,
thought so.
Jim messaged me with all what was going on and the links to Turtle Boy and Chili. I took one look at it and went, yeah, no, day off cancelled. We're going live.
Yeah. Oh, did you first time Carrie says first time she's seen me tongue tied. So you watched my rant from earlier. Yeah.
Oh, I can understand how you feel. I came close to really losing my temper a couple of times.
Yeah, holy crap, was that dumb? I think what I think I said this in the stream too. What probably angered me the most was my own reaction. I never thought that I would feel insulted on behalf of the likes of Hamas. But when he went on with, how can simple-minded, savage people do such, launch such a now I can't talk, launch such a complex operation? It defies logic. It must be a plot of some sort.
Well,
Oh my God!
he makes it seem like the Iron Dome is a shield that you can't penetrate.
Oh, I missed that.
Well, because they're too stupid to be able to get through a sophisticated system like the Iron Dome. They had to have the U.S. tell them how to do it. Yeah.
He literally thinks the Iron Dome is a fucking Iron Dome over Israel.
Ah.
I mean, it's
Although,
probably the world's best anti-ballistic system on the planet, but doesn't stop shit from walking through the. Apparently, it doesn't do shit for stopping a paraglider going through either.
right. Well, and that was another piece of the puzzle as to why the attacks were so successful. Is a holiday.
Yeah.
I
Also,
went to work on
the
Martin
whole
Luther King
bit
Day,
with-
and the building was half empty because, well, it was a holiday. Some people just took the day off.
Yeah.
And that's the problem they were having. This must make me mad about the situation when it was happening. I recall
Don't
terrorist
forget that there's
leaders.
another problem.
Oh, okay.
At the exact time it was going on, half the Israeli reserves were refusing call-up orders because of internal political issues with Nahim trying to take over the courts.
Oh, I didn't know that part of it. I not heard that. Interesting.
Also, the paragliding bit, yeah, that is lifted from a book called Tomorrow's War.
Yep.
It is they literally do this and describe in immense detail how to do it. Except they don't go into Israel, they go from Israel into Syria.
Yeah. Yeah. Although I have to admit, when I was watching those last couple of minutes, the ones I used in my bit earlier, it occurred to me was maybe he thought he was being satirical and being funny, because that last part was just so dumb and so over the top that I went, okay, wait a minute. Maybe he was not being serious. Maybe I just was watching, I just could not believe. But ultimately, I come around to the fact the guy's a low IQ sociopath. He is dumb as a post. Yeah, he was being serious.
He really was, and that wasn't the dumbest bit of his entire life.
Well, at least this live he didn't jerk off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so actually over here we are showing a horror picture. We're talking about a real life horror, and over here there is a imaginary horror from Robida. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm trying to be happy here.
Did you catch where he tried to taking credit for what's the poet's name?
Rudyard Kipling's If. He literally tried to plagiarize If as his own fucking work.
I mean, if he would have just quoted it, that would have been fine, but he had to be very specific that he came up with that.
Oh, I'm going to have to suffer through this, through that to see, because.
But of all the poems, If, it's Rudyard Kipling's best known piece.
Yeah.
It's taught throughout the world.
Oh.
It's been quoted in hundreds of films. They've even made films about the damn poem.
Well, again, are we sure that doesn't point to the fact that he was being humorous? No, I know, we're sure. We're sure. Now, I'm trying to be funny again. Like Carrie said, the guy is incapable of being satirical.
And no, Kerry, we're not kidding you that he was really trying to plagiarize it.
Oh my God, that would be like if, well, a few days ago I put up a graphic where I put the first few lines of because I could not stop for death. I put that up on a picture.
Yeah,
I probably should. I have just come up with these great lines of poetry here. I'm gonna put them on YouTube so you guys can enjoy them with me. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm just gonna plagiarize Dickinson's most famous poem and try to. Now I'm speechless again.
In the poetry world, what he did is the equivalent of putting up a picture of the Mona Lisa and saying he painted it.
Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Oh, what did I just do? I just messed something up here. Sorry, this is not my night for teching.
Nothing was changed on the screen.
Okay, so just me did something with one of my monitors. All right. Well,
is that a metal Ant-Man?
Which, the drawing?
Yeah.
No, that is actually someone showing up at Hades after the French Revolution. And let me zoom in. So, there's
the horns. Okay, got it.
Yeah, there's a guy carrying his head, and there's the devil saying hi. You had Cerebus here. And there's the people inside of Hades already partying. So yeah, this is one of Robida's drawings. Not part of his whole sci-fi. And here's a drawing of a wizard sitting around. That's one of his fantasy pieces, or an alchemist rather, because you've got his owls and everything.
Sure it's not a stoner?
Yeah, could be. But he's got his mystical books over here. And
is that oh.
What? I'm sorry. Yep.
Yeah, it kind of looks like his bong up here next to the owl.
Oh.
Wait, there are cats around there. Are we sure it's not Jim?
Could be Jim.
There's not enough cats.
Could be a portrait. Oh. No, ZXL, you just missed us ranting about the idiot that is delete laws. And yeah, I have no idea what this drawing was originally for, but it was illustrating something, I'm sure. Actually, no, this was often, this says right here, it's an Offenbach caricature.
Is it Shuggy bothering a patron at the hotel?
Yeah. It's Offenbach playing the lute as though he was God, basically.
I think, yeah, it's Shuggy bothering God. It's a literal God botherer.
And that one I didn't get around to cleaning up. Oh, yeah. in Paris, they put a sign up on the house he used to live in, and then someone put a sticker on it. And, this is from his version of Aladdin and the 40 Thieves. No, not Aladdin and the 40 Thieves. Alibaba. And this is a drawing from Aladdin. Someone is trading for the lamp. So yeah, those are his non kind of cyberpunk, not cyberpunk, illustrations for. This was actually an ad. This was from an ad for some food company. But yeah,
more like an ad for an eye patch.
Yeah,
that woman was wearing an eye patch.
I'm looking at. I actually had the same reaction. I thought, okay, this is kind of weird. And actually, I grabbed this illustration because of the eye patch, actually. Because one of the things that I release are clip art packs, and I think this lady is going to end up in one of the clip art packs.
Oh, it's cheese. It's an advert for cheese.
Yep. We have all the different kinds of cheese over here. What kinds of cheeses do we have?
Including the most stinky cheese known to man.
Commander?
No, Rockford.
Rockford over here.
Yeah, that's the one they mature in the dung heap.
That sounds appealing. I don't think I've actually ever had that.
I'm not sure I want to have it. It's matured in a load of horse and cow shit.
Sounds like real crap cheese.
Yeah. Yeah, we got Camembert, we got Roquefort, we got Brie. Yeah, cheese everywhere.
No American. Damn.
She gave up an eye for cheese? Or she has it? She only has an eye for cheese? What's with the eye patch? That's a good question. Maybe this.
I see no cheese.
Yeah.
She's pulling a Nelson.
Yeah. Crap or Kraft cheese? Yes.
Is there a difference?
No, I think you look them up in the dictionary. That's synonymous, I believe. Actually, this particular drawing tickles me a little bit just because of the whole Uncle Ben controversy from a few years ago. Because this one chef over here looks like actually, that might just be an American thing. There was a brand called Uncle Ben's Rice. And
that's available everywhere.
Oh, it is? Okay, all right.
Yeah, they had to change the packaging. Could no longer show the old black gentleman on the that had been the face of Uncle Ben's.
But that's how you spotted it on the shelf.
Yep, but it was deemed racially inappropriate, along with Aunt Jemima syrup.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. Back during the
I think
summer
we still have exactly the same packaging as we used to have.
But yeah, the guy at the end of the table there with his hat off, that drawing just reminded me of Uncle Ben when I came across this one.
Is it supposed to be a black gentleman, or is it just somebody that's really pissed off and turned red?
No, I think he's supposed to be black. This actually is from one of the one of the guys, one of Robida's science fiction novels. I didn't really have time to go in and look that closely at it. I'm just pulling down the pictures, but it takes place, as far as I can tell, in Africa, and women seem to be in charge of everything, or at least they're in charge of the army, it seems, based on the drawings. I'll read the book at some point, I'm sure. But yeah.
Hey, you want to screw with African women? You're on your own, pal.
We had to change the name of a cheese from Coon to Cheers. Well, okay, I can see Coon. Even though it was made in a town called Coon. Yep. I can imagine.
I was an adult before I knew that wasn't referring to a raccoon.
Really? Okay. I was the other way around, but then I didn't spend a lot of time in the States as a kid. That's another one of his caricatures. Or it's
That looks like
character.
Ben Franklin.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not quite sure who it's supposed to be, but and there's a picture from a wedding. And this one this is from that novel where women are running the army. But I was tickled by the sign that the secret society of, I don't know if it's dragons of the barricade or dragoons of the barricade. Dragons of the barricades, I think. People are signing up. But my French is way too. Were Uncle Ben and Aunt Jemima married? Probably. Actually, you know what? Until this very moment, this is how dumb I am. I hadn't made that connection that they're both uncle and aunt. Yeah.
It's supposed to make them seem less threatening.
Because I never actually connected the two the way ZXL just did. But then I'd never really been. Actually, I've never really been that conscious about either one of those until they made a big deal out of them. And here we go. This is how we know it's a science fiction setting. We got the stock market. This actually was a repeating theme in his novels, which I don't understand, but maybe someone is smart. Oh, I did it again. Oh, I know what's going on. It's me that has the wrong monitor pulled up.
Aha.
This is a stock exchange.
If you insist.
And all the stockbrokers are women, except for this one guy here. So I wonder why that was something he kept coming back to, but he had it in at least two of his novels. So let's see. Let me fix this over here that I did so that I can see my other monitor.
He was either pro women's rights or anti women's rights.
Yeah, and I didn't get around to reading up on the guy like I was on my list of things to do today. So I don't know. I have no idea where he's coming from.
It's one or the other.
Yeah. And there's
perhaps he was just a fan of the Spice Girls. Girl power.
Yeah, that could be.
But was it all they really, really wanted was to zig a zig out?
That is the question.
There's another chapter header.
Also, if you really liked them, why did you have to sleep with their friends?
Good question.
A sock exchange. Well, you don't have to darn them if you can trade them. So there you go. That's why. That's why a sock exchange. All right. Well, that's his some sampling of his non-sci-fi art. The sci-fi art is where he really excels, though. Let's see if I can find a spot where it's not going to be too much repetition from the other night. So something interesting that on you again, get back to the Welsh News Network stream earlier today. I didn't realize that Turtle Boy has like a fan club following him around.
Yes, yeah. The Turtle Riders.
They're called the Turtle Riders.
Yeah, I mean that. As I said in your side chat, that one lady that was filming him, waiting for him to come out of court, I kept expecting her to jump up and down and start shrieking like a teenage girl in the '60s who just caught sight of the
she has done in the past.
Oh, she has.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
She actually runs a YouTube channel.
Oh,
didn't she get her channel? Didn't she get her ass in a bind too?
Yep.
And a lot. I wouldn't want to be one of the Turtle Riders who's been supporting him, like the how one of his turtle riders has got like 18 orders of protection against him.
Wait, a fan had to get an order of protection against Turtle Boy?
Turtle Boy uses his fans as a literal army.
Yes, and he convinces them to go out and harass people that he doesn't like for whatever reason.
Oh.
And once he determines he doesn't like you, he doesn't change his mind. Just ask Kate.
Yeah, that's actually where I know the most of him from, is some of the stuff she's reported over on her channel. Then you guys cover him too.
She is by far the expert on Turtle Boy.
Well, she used to work for him.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's also done the most to try and curtail the amount of damage he can do.
Boy.
But yeah, quite a few of his fans have criminal records because of Turtle Boy. Also, do not do what Shuggy did and Google the turtle statue where he gets his name from.
Actually, I went and looked it up afterwards because I saw that.
We were not joking. It's a statue of a turtle getting molested.
Yeah,
Boomer did a little photoshopping with it to get a little hip action in on the turtle.
Yeah. I actually, when I went and looked it up, I found an animation where somebody had animated the guy with the turtle, and I went and kind of read a little bit about it, and was fascinated by the fact that it seems like nobody knows exactly why the guy did the turtle like that, and that it used to be a water fountain. Water was coming out of the turtle's mouth at one point. People could come up and fill their cups or what have you. But I was looking at that and I was thinking, okay, it's supposed to be a guy holding a turtle and walking with it, maybe. But
yeah, walking with it. Yeah, that's
We'll go with walking with it, because that's where you hold something when you walk with it.
Yeah, and the thing that trivia about that statue that blew my mind was that it's by the same guy that did the Lincoln Memorial, the giant Abraham Lincoln sitting there.
Maybe he got fed up of being serious.
Yeah, that could be.
Or just really like turtles.
It's okay
a little bit too much, maybe.
Yeah. It's okay to like turtles, but you shouldn't like turtles.
I think there's no doubt that guy really liked turtles.
So this picture we have up here from Robida, this is the year 2000, according to him.
As much as Turtle Boy liked himself. With multiple videos from his house.
Yeah, never ever put anything down on Turtle Boy's coffee table.
Or his couch, or his sink.
Yeah, I've heard those stories.
We can provide you with the video evidence if you really, really have to.
You'll be haunted. You'll be haunted by the angry O face.
I'm good. Thank you, though. I appreciate the offer, but I am perfectly good. I mean,
his angry O face could be used on a character in a haunted house.
I'm also very concerned about the supposed Cholito getting busy on a live stream, for lack of a better term.
Oh, we can do better than that. We do have one of the few copies of his adult movie.
Oh. Well, is that referring to the stream where he was going on, or is
no? He did a adult film.
He did an adult film.
Apparently, he was the producer of that film.
Or at least it looks like he was. The quality is good enough that Chili could have been the producer.
I'm gonna
There's a lot of Chili practicing his skiing moves in the film.
You guys got to be pulling my leg on this one.
Nope.
And I think you broke poor Carrie's mind, just even the possibility of him being in a porno or producing.
Well,
there's a distinct lack of females in the said film. Let's leave it at that, shall we?
He was working the ski poles, but they were attached to the guys that he was starring with.
Okay, yeah, we can stop now, Hank. Thank you very much.
Shall we go on to his live?
No.
Well, there was the strip club / brothel that he worked in with the special private dancing rooms upstairs.
That his nickname was Ken.
The things you find out about people that you never ever wanted to know.
Yeah. Alas, poor Chili dough.
If we didn't go live tonight, I was going to work on doing the Chili short. Oh well. Enlarging the section of his photo where he's,
having fun with little Chili.
Yep.
I can't believe I just went there, but hey, I went there. So yeah, this is the year 2000.
But his was live on air.
Oh my God.
His excuse for it to his team was sometimes an alpha has to answer the call of the wild.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Now I just have to think that he was making a joke, and that he was doing something under the table that made it look like he was doing.
Watch the screen and listen to his voice. You can hear
and the expression
in his fucking voice.
And the expression on his face.
You can even track the moment when he gets the release.
So I guess it answers the question whether he's wearing pants or not when he streams. Okay, yeah, Carrie has a right of it. For the love of God, please stop. We're all going to need therapy after this.
Out of all of the things that are going on, this is the bit that's going to make you need therapy?
Yeah.
Not the fact of, everything else that's going on in the world, that the world seems determined to set itself on fire at the moment.
Well, that's been going on my entire lifetime, as far as I can tell. So, yeah.
That you have major political candidates quoting lines from Mein Kampf.
We have Joe Biden as the current president. I don't know.
Yes, you have a president who I'm not sure remembers what his own name is at this point.
We got a president that can hide his own Easter eggs.
Actually, ZXL has a good question with his GHB usage happening before. Maybe he stopped using GHB. He's on to other drugs. Maybe, who knows? Anyhow, happier topics.
Well, maybe he's got an issue, and then when the event arises, he's got to go with it.
Could have at least turned his camera off.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of reminded me of that guy on the Zoom call that in the middle didn't turn his camera off when he thought he did, got his tissues and his lotion out, and was pulling his pants down when they got his attention.
Yeah, well, except that bit, that is unless somebody did that for real, because I've seen the comedy routine of that.
Someone did it for real.
That it's been passed around as genuine, but it was just people. It was that the one actually was comedy. But I guess I'm not surprised that someone has done that in real life too.
It wasn't a comical reaction when they figured out what he was doing.
Oh my! I didn't realize that was real. That it had act. Well, again, not surprised that it would happen in real life, but
yeah, Cyrax did it. Cyrax did it on Masshole, but the problem that made when Cyrax did it funny was that YouTube refused to recognize Cyrax's penis as a penis.
oh my god!
The stream didn't get taken down.
Yep.
He literally flipped it out, started masturbating right there on camera with everything on view, and YouTube went, "Yeah, that's not a penis."
Okay. Oh, Cap. Speaking of Cyrax, your thing from the other day. Oh my God! Why does he do that to himself? I was watching that and just.
What was he doing to himself this time?
Well, I guess there's that guy Marty that he has a feud with, and he went on his live stream and was just ranting and raving and calling people names and carrying on. And then there's this fellow CIA hole, I think is the screen name that the guy goes under. And I'm listening to them talk, and I'm thinking, okay, he's not Cyrax's buddy the way he's pretending to be. He is just feeding more of the feud and the trolling and everything else. And I'm just thinking to myself, why? Why does he do this to himself? Cyrax is his own worst enemy.
He craves the attention, good or bad. It doesn't. He's got to have the attention.
Yeah. I've heard, things about him, and he's not a sympathetic figure.
Well,
I can't help but feel sorry for the guy when I was watching that Cap's replay of that.
If you ever feel sorry for him, just remember one thing: he's a pedophile.
Well, yeah, no, that's what I mean. That it's not somebody that seems to deserve any sympathy.
He raped a blind boy in high school.
Yeah. Oh no, I've. Where did I see that? Maybe that was over on Masshole Report. But yeah, no, I'm aware. But just watching that, where he kept coming back, and it was so obvious that they were.
Well, that's what he does. You got to remember, Marty is also the guy that beat the shit out of Cyrax.
Yeah.
Cyrax went round to a Airbnb that Marty was staying at to try and beat the crap out of him. And Marty is a big guy, especially compared to Cyrax. And he just threw him around like a little rag doll.
Yeah, Marty was trolling him by renting an Airbnb right around the corner from Cyrax's house.
Yeah.
Cyrax fell for it. He came running in there, and Cyrax, Marty, being the troll that he is, was forcing Cyrax to admit that Marty was the king before he'd let him go.
Yeah. Yeah, if he would not acknowledge them, they would move on to someone else, I would think. But I guess you're right, he craves the attention. But Cap says he got a strike. You got a strike for running that footage, or did YouTube say, "Hey, this is too much racial, epithets and what have you?" Or
yeah, that one was hilarious.
Was that on the one is that an old one, or is that the one from the other night? Because I think I ran out of time and I didn't see the whole thing. If that's the case, that's just funny.
People do that every so often, and he will go out of his way to try and prove that he's still alive. But if I think it's that one, it's the one where Marty was constantly, whatever Rax did, he was going, "Nope, it can't be Rax, he's dead."
Ah.
He's got a gamer's chair that he's put some suspenders on and pretends they're 5-point restraint harnesses for when he's doing his racing video games.
Yeah, I was initially confused because they kept, again, the thing that Cap had on the other night, until it dawned on me, oh, they're talking about a racing game that, you know, challenging Marty to race him in some game that I was unfamiliar with. You know, which seems to be the way to, you know, that you know, yeah, guys, do that. Don't go outside each other's houses and go out with baseball bats and whatever nonsense that they're doing. But yeah. So the picture's been up there. That's a scene from the year 2000, according to Robida, where electricity is so wonderful that it can make things fly. Flying cars everywhere, flying taxi service. People are going home from the opera in this particular picture.
Well, I guess
we so got screwed.
Enough electricity can make you fly at least a short distance.
Yeah.
Only if you give it in a short enough jolt.
Yeah. And in the future, we will also have houses that are on, in the year 2000, we also have houses that are on, that can rotate. So you can turn toward the sun or away from the sun as you will.
We had them before.
The thing that gets me is the detail that he puts in these drawings. If we zoom in, the dog has a name. There's a dog house. His name is Bob. Yeah, I love his line work, and he puts people where there's really no even reason to put them. Like this lady up here at the very top of the house, looking out the window. Yeah.
That crowded of a house, maybe it's the only place you can go to get a little peace and quiet.
Yeah, no kidding. See, I can see, you know, put people on the terrace here, and maybe the kids flying the kite, but all these little secondary characters in the other windows, that's what gets me. And then we have looks like, you know, the maid bringing back the groceries. Oh, here's something I hadn't even noticed until right now. We've got the neighbors flirting here at the bottom of the picture. Or maybe member of the staff of these people's staff. More likely, actually. But yeah, so again, this is the year 2000. This is one of the gas-powered vehicles. So this is the world where everything is helium and gas-powered. Here we go. Here's Cyrax and all the guys. The drawings that we were just looking at, I think that was from 1908, I want to say. Let's see. Let me back it up. Maybe I can figure it out, because some of them actually have dates on them. Oh, it's not showing up. Well, I have to go down here. It'll show up. Oh, no, I did something. Yeah, I think that one's from 1908, a book that was put out in 1908. Most of these drawings date from between 1904 and I want to say 1915. Trying to remember, but yeah, here's Cyrax and crew racing. It's a popular sport in the year 1980.
I think a lot of them he stopped late 14, early 15 because, like a lot of French people, he lost hope in the world.
Yeah, probably. Actually, I think he died right around then too. Now that I'm thinking about it, let me see. Let me look him up to refresh my memory. Memories, because come on, my mouse is not cooperating. Well, let's move it to the next picture while I'm trying to figure out. But yeah, again, this is a pencil piece, but the detail, like I said, just He got towns down. He drew a town down here in the bottom here. And there's a color picture. It's a restaurant. You can fly in your airships and be dropped off. And this is, although what his world reminds me of is Star Trek. Star Trek everyone in Starfleet, perfect world. Everyone is, everything's perfectly clean, perfectly fine. But you never really see the towns. But if you see the towns, you see how the Starfleet people live. Is there a cyberpunk world in the underbelly of the Federation? I had that same thought with this guy's world, where these are the rich people, the upper class people. What is down on the ground in those towns down there?
Got to see a lot of how they lived on Earth and the Voyager series.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And DS9, of course.
Oh yeah. What's his name's father had the restaurant in New Orleans.
Ben Sisko's father.
Yeah, Sisko. There you go. Okay, Robida. He was born in 1848 and he died in. Oh my God, this is a funny coincidence. He died October 11th, 1926. I'd say funny coincidence because I was talking about him last night on the 11th, and I started this stream on the 11th. So it's like a coincidental celebratory or memorial stream for Robida. Interesting.
Yeah, so he probably did stop because of the war.
Yeah, let's see what happened, what they say. Oh, that drawing with the rotating house, it's called Aerial Rotating House. Aerial Rotating House. And yep, it's from 1883. Okay, so he was doing sci-fi pictures a lot earlier than I thought. So 1880s is when he started. So in his 40s, I guess.
Well, wouldn't that put him contemporary with Jules Verne?
I'd have to look that up. I don't recall. It's been a long time since I've looked at Jules Verne, which means I probably need to have my humanities degree taken away from me. Let's see. What do they say about him? Futuristic trilogy. Yep, those are his novels. Whoever wrote this didn't care much about writing his biography. Yeah, he was very famous in the first decade of the 20th century, and then during World War I, his fame faded, probably because he was drawing such a happy future, and World War I kind of showed that was not to be the case. So his wife and Marguerite had 7 children, three of which also became artists or writers. His elder son, he was an architect. And then his youngest son died in World War I. And his daughter Emile became an artist as well. So he wrote 3 novels in the 1880s and illustrated them himself. That's what most of these most of these Verne punk, steampunk, I don't know what to call this genre. He imagined the social developments that arose from these futuristic societies where inventions ended up in everyday life. Unlike Verne, who had it was military and it was secret, he kind of, it wasn't mad scientists making all the inventions, according to this. He said they were incorporated into everyday life. And he predicted social advancement of women, mass tourism, pollution, and so on and so forth. And he had war being waged with chemicals and robots, apparently, according to this. And yeah, I found some of his drawings where he basically has social media, which I thought was hilarious, and Zoom calls. But yeah, they just sort of say that his popularity pretty much ended with the beginning of World War I. right around that time. But he was also by that time was in his 50s. 60s, actually, 60s, yeah. He did over 500 drawings for a weekly newspaper, cartoons. Let's see. And he did a couple of books called The End with an author called The End of the Horse, where basically replacing the horse with the bicycle and then the car. So he predicted that one dead on. And that was in, when was that? That was in they don't give that a year.
Well,
oh yeah, not 1907, then 1908. He did a series of novels.
Well, at that point, cars already existed, so I mean, it's not that far of a leap to predict that.
Right. Oh no, I know. Cars were starting to come into. Oh no, I take it back. End of the Horse. Here's a date on that. Nope, no date on End of the Horse. Weird. Okay. But yeah, it probably came out after cars were starting to catch on. And here's another one of those amazing illustrations with just tons of detail.
I would imagine that time frame with the car being like in the late 70s, early 80s for computers, where yes, there was computers available that you could have in your home, but just hardly anybody could afford them.
Yeah. Yeah. But this is the one from one of the pictures from the Life Electric, where electrical fields are causing all these vehicles to fly in the air. But
the genre this was part of was called scientification.
Scientification, okay.
That later became sci-fi.
Oh. Okay, excellent. This one actually I kind of like because the thunderstorm and just a violent storm is just completely causing chaos with their vehicles. And also a thing about the setting in the Life Electric, they have weather control. They decide what weather systems go where using electricity, and it goes haywire or gets sabotaged, and sometimes there's natural weather storms they can't control. But in this case, it was part of a war that's breaking out in the book, and not sure this is.
That theory has been in a few more recent movies.
Yeah. Oh, I made a joke about it years ago with. Well, no, it was also a joke on people that one conspiracy theories is I forget the name of the array now, but it's it's a weather control machine that the U.S. government has, and they're the ones creating those nasty hurricanes as an experiment.
Yeah, wouldn't have anything to do with climate change.
Right. Nope. Exactly. Got that right. Let me get back to the right picture here so I can see what's going on. Because right now I am flying blind. I don't know what you guys are seeing. Now, there we go.
And an artist in front of his canvas working on a painting.
Yep. It's a drawing of an artist drawing a painting or doing a drawing. It's not a self-portrait of the guy. I actually had a self-portrait, but then I forgot to save it. Was the Benz in 1883? Maybe. I don't know. I should have invited Cholito on the stream. He is a history expert in everything. Oh, and I missed EXL going. All right, sorry. Yeah. I agree, Carrie. This is another one of his very nice drawings. And my mouse is not working. Why is it not working? Let's see if I can figure it out. Yeah, see the top of my head, people. Enjoy it.
Yeah, my wireless mouse goes to sleep if I don't use it long enough.
Well, this isn't wireless. I'm just wondering whether there's schmutz, as they say, on the pads. Well, or maybe it's just time for new mouse. So here we have sort of a color picture. These are telephones, by the way, in his world, these things. Telephones, or they broadcast music. But of course, the gramophones, or whatever they were called, they existed by this time. But they weren't, I don't know, did they have wireless? Yeah, they had radio by now, I think. But yeah, so this woman could be listening to music or listening to a phone call. And there's the city, the futuristic city. Because this is, after all, either the year 1980 or the year 2000. Oh, and some of his stuff is all set in 1955. So, yep, I'm teaching guys how to tech. You have a pet snake? Oh, it is Australia. Why am I surprised?
It might not be a pet. It might just be a roommate.
Yeah. So, again, I just love the detail. I just like this guy's shading and just how he drew. I wish I'd discovered him a long time ago. And here's another, this is a lighthouse. This is so flying ships can find their way across the countryside at night.
Lighthouse showing that much light would really piss me off to live near.
Yeah. That's something that they don't really talk much about, but I get the feeling in this world you've got huge open expanses, and then you've got the people crammed into urban areas. That seems to be the general thrust of the world. And he also talks, actually, in a couple places when I was spot reading The Life Electric, some of the continents are a little overcrowded, and they talk about it, and that's what triggers so starts the war. Asia is overcrowded. What else? Asia and Africa overcrowded, and North America is becoming overcrowded. So, and that's why the war starts. If I had the impression right, because as I said, I was just kind of skimming it. And mountainside. I'm looking for the Zoom calls, actually, which I love those pictures. But here's a mountainside town built pretty much for flying cars and flying ships. Again, love the detail. And this one I showed last night too. This is a future soldier, since in the future they wage war not with guns, not with bombs. They wage war with chemicals. And so here he is by a chemical gun, getting it ready. And yeah. So,
well, after World War One, that might be a reason for his decrease in popularity.
Yep, I think so. But I'm looking at this and I'm actually thinking to myself, that actually, it's horrible. I'm not endorsing chemical warfare, don't mistake me here, but if you are going to go out and wage war and you want to conquer lands, this would be the way to conquer them and still have all the infrastructure. If you could develop something like this, it is much better than bombs. Because if you just want to, kill the people, you got the stuff. There you go. Oh yeah, this is not one of his sci-fi works. This is actually a drawing of from a town, and since I can't see the descriptions because I've turned that off somehow, I don't know. But again, because he did a series. He illustrated a couple of books about old cities in France and Belgium, and this is from one of those books. Again, just fabulous line work. A beautiful 1.5 meter jungle python named Floyd. Feed it live mice, or what do you feed a python? I'm actually asking because I'm genuinely curious. Because I don't know.
That big, I would assume piglets.
Piglets.
Or rabbits, chickens.
1.5 meters. It's so that's what, 3 feet in a meter, right? If I'm remembering right. God, I'm losing my ability to keep track of. I'm getting old. Damn it! Why did I not change careers earlier? And why did I not pick a spot where they retire you at 54 and give you a pension at 54? Damn it! It's 40 inches. Okay, thank you, Cap. He's a lighthouse keeper. In the year it's either 80 or 2000.
1.5 meters is just shy of 5 feet.
Still, sister's 5 feet tall, so the size of Carrie's pet python. And yeah, it's one of those lighthouse keepers. And again, I just love the detail that he puts in the backgrounds here. Let's see, more future buildings. This is a hotel that supports that's built for tourists and travelers, so they can dock their flying vessels up here. Got a room with a private access point down here. Okay, dead. So they're adult rats. Okay. Oh, you have to make them seem like they're alive. Makes sense, because I would imagine that they react to, well, like all predators, to react to movement, and so that which would attract them to it. This right here is, again, I like this house. It's like that other the rotating house, except you have a sort of add-on that you can lift up and down according to what you want to see, or maybe even maybe this is a little dock for one of the flying vessels. But yeah, and the big white space is, again, because it's an illustration from a book. This picture right here, or the hotel from earlier? This also might be an inn of some sort, I don't recall, or just some really rich people's home. But yeah, so you could drop people off and raise this part of the house way up in the sky, in the air. Ship could come by, or a plane could come by. They're called aero something or others. I'd have to look it up, see what they're called. But yeah, drop people off, and then they can be lowered down to the house. So you don't even have to go close to the ground with your flying machines. You can stay up where it's safe, unless the electric gets disrupted. Then you're in big trouble. Even draws little guys sitting on this terrace over here.
Yeah, I'd hate to be raised up there in an electric storm.
Yeah. Oh, I was referring to the vehicles that are flying around on the electrical currents. Because
what happens if there's a power cut?
That happens in the book, and it's pretty bad. All hell breaks loose. Power stations.
I'm guessing the electric planes, or vehicles, don't stay airborne.
Nope, they do not. They crash, or they coast to the ground in a couple of cases. Yeah, I'd have to look it up in the book again, but so this is not this is a war that happened in the history of the setting. You can see there's old style planes here. But yeah, this is a war between, I think, Asia and America. That's what this was a picture of. And oh yeah, here's one of the smaller flying vehicles. The hero of the story going from Paris to Geneva, I think, in the story. They get caught in an electrical storm. But these poor guys just in a rainstorm. Got the driver, then you've got the passengers, and it's raining. And again, I just love the detail. And so, Carrie, you should build that house down in Australia.
She can't. Australia doesn't exist. We all know that Kerry is just an employee of the deep state to make us all believe the fabrication that Australia exists.
Yeah. So, actually, what I think what I like the most about this picture is just the way this is drawn. It's like, okay, this, you know, the rainstorm is coming to an end. You got the sun out here. Just I love this guy's art. And here's another city, another view of a building in the future town. And oh yeah, this is a fiance of one of the main characters in the book here, looking for him to come home. And here's a drawing featuring the what do you call the telephonoscopic? So the telephone scope, basically, it's a telephone. Except it's a video phone. Yep. And so here they are watching a broadcast, and they broadcast news 24 hours a day. You just have to tune in and you can watch it, or turn on your telephone scope to the right number, and there you go. You can get the news. So here are these people watching. This is that war in Africa that's going on, I think. And it's a frontispiece from the from that one where it's not electricity, but it's more gases and things that they are developing.
Wait,
but
is that an umbrella or a sword?
Yes.
On this lady, it is an umbrella, but Hank is kind of right. Yes, it does have other uses, but it is primarily an umbrella. And you have the video phone, because that's a common thing in both of in his sci-fi novels, is the video phone. He was in love with the video phone. And was it Da Vinci that drew this plane? I think it was Da Vinci, right? Yeah. So there you have a callback to the original sci-fi guy.
No, he wasn't a sci-fi guy.
Da Vinci?
Yeah.
He drew helicopters and all kinds of stuff.
All of which would work.
Really? People tried building them?
Yeah.
They would work in his day? Okay. Well, I'll take it back. I will admit I haven't studied Da Vinci.
You wouldn't want to use them because as soon as the human power got the slightest bit tired, bad, very bad.
That's what I was going to think, that there was no real...
They didn't glide well.
His vehicles. Yeah.
They did not glide well.
Yeah.
Except for his glider, which glides exceptionally well.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what this design here is if I'm recalling right. That's what this reminds me of, this plane right here.
Especially when it was used in Voyager to get away.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, no, a lot of Da Vinci's scientific stuff was bang on.
With his what? I'm sorry?
He was bang on with his scientific stuff.
Yeah, I need to read more. I need to read some more up on him. Or refresh myself.
One of humanity's greatest
Wright.
Geniuses, to be fair. Not just a great artist, but also a bloody genius.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm more familiar with the art, and I've seen the drawings. Will admit I'm not terribly familiar with the background. I just half assumed that it was just quite a fancy.
Well, there's a growing theory, and it does have a lot of support. Da Vinci was an absolute genius, but had severe ADHD.
Well,
because he would flip from project to project to project to project to project, and he left far more projects unfinished than he ever finished.
Yeah.
And some of the ones he was finished, they only got finished because he was put under arrest and forced to finish them.
Yeah, because people had paid and they wanted
specifically the church.
Yeah, they wanted their goddamn statue or painting, whatever it is they paid for. Yeah.
Yeah. And they would actually put him under arrest with armed guards and escort him around. And...
Yeah, I remember reading that. Yep.
But the theory is that he had severe ADHD and he couldn't stay focused. He would hyper focus on one project, but then get bored with it, and that was it. He was off to the next one.
Interesting. That I did not know. Had no idea about that. I need to read up on Da Vinci again. Need to read some more about that guy. So here we have tourists in the year 2000.
But you need, if you're going to read up on him, you need to read up on a couple of others for it to make sense.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, a couple of his contemporaries. So you can understand the context of the world he lived in.
Lab accident. Well, yeah, of course. Let's see, when...
The Renaissance.
Yeah. Was he in Machiavelli at the same time or not?
I'm not sure if Machiavelli was a bit later.
I think he was I think he was later.
But Machiavelli is constantly misunderstood.
Oh yeah, oh good God. Yes. That I know. I'm actually not super familiar, but I'm more familiar with Machiavelli than I am with Da Vinci, especially when I get a little bit fascinated by him when I realize that his ideas are echoed in, well, actually, even the old Roman stuff in the Declaration of Independence, just republics in general. That Machiavelli is not the sort of proto-fascist and Nazi that people like to portray him as.
No, his was a warning about, hey, look, this is how they fuck you over.
Yep.
But
exactly.
People took it as, no, this is the guide as to how to fuck people over.
Right. Yeah, that's exactly it. That's exactly it. Here's the black and white version, or the line art version of that color picture from earlier.
That's actually better in black and white.
Yeah, I prefer his ink work, frankly, over the color. Oh, now I did it again. Why do I keep doing that? Because I am dumb. But yeah.
Some of the artists that their color work, they did the inking, but the colors added by other people.
Yeah, and I don't know the history of this, but yeah, this is the ink version.
Or they will do a black and white like this, a full line work, and then someone will take that and produce a color version.
What's the artist that did he's famous for the soup can?
Warhol. Andy Warhol.
Yeah. From what I've understand, he actually got a group together and they were basically an art factory.
Yeah, his skivvies.
Yeah.
I only say that because of the way he treated them. He treated them abysmally.
Yeah.
Well.
Oh yeah, a lot of artists have assistants. I mean, that's a long-standing tradition. But if they're making assembly lines, yeah, that's a little bit beyond the pale, I would think.
Yeah.
But yeah, here's ladies, university professors in the year 2000. And more tourists in the year 2000. This is a lakeside resort.
Yeah, definitely overdressed.
Yeah, he didn't get the fashions right.
Well, that's still during the time where beachwear for women was covered head to toe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
but
much.
remember, this guy's French. And in Paris.
Here are...
So it's hairy women covered head to toe?
No, they were quite happy to have naked dancers and all sorts in Paris at that time.
Yeah. And we were talking about the umbrella on that one picture earlier, and here we have people talk, I mean, they're fencing for sport and for military practice, but they're also talking about the fact that those umbrellas have a dual purpose. So yeah. People talking on the telephone across great distances.
When did Alexander Graham Bell?
I don't remember. Let's see. And yes, you can hear me pound the keyboard because I learned to type on a travel typewriter. I never have gotten out of that. 1876 is when he made a call from one room to the next.
So by this time, phones were known about.
Yeah. So the video bit was his kind of innovation, I would think. But
yeah, but the last picture wasn't a video, was it?
No, that was just them talking on the phone and recording their calls, I think. Let's see. When did phones actually become things that you could... Oh, for God's sakes, I hate these pop-up ads. All right, I don't want to look at that site. Pop-up ads bother me.
It didn't take them very long after the phones were connecting one location to another, and then they figured out the switchboards.
Yep. But yeah, so in his phones, people are talking and they're recording at the same time. So you have the
wax cylinder recordings.
Yep. So phone calls are all memorialized. Here we have the women in the army, or the women army. Even if they were all they're only in their own units, but there were women on the front lines in his world. So women lived. Let's go.
Well, it is the country of Joan of Arc.
Yeah, that is true.
Up until Napoleon, their most successful general was a woman.
That is true, yeah. And here we have more women doing heroic and womanly things, including police work.
That pissed Chili off.
Yeah, we shouldn't tell Chili about Robida. He will hate it.
Why? He likes Jean-Jacques Rousseau, despite the fact he was the founder of communism.
Yeah. So here's a caravan. Camper. What the heck are those called? A mobile home. Here's a mobile home.
RV.
An RV. Thank you. And so people are traveling around, vacationing in their RV, buying food from a vendor. So.
And it looks like a fishing net there.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. Catch food. And You got the servants, you got the family. Yeah, future is bright. Oh yeah, here's the war between North America and China.
No.
Well, actually, China had part of North America in this particular setting.
Alrighty then.
No, that's not. Except
they have California here, so it's New China.
Yeah, but that's not America. That's New Germany.
Yeah. Oh no, I was meaning the continent, North American continent. Yes, there is no America in this world. You have New China in the west, and then you have New Germany in the east.
That's kind of like the plot of Man in the White Castle.
Yeah, I guess yeah.
The alternate timeline.
Man in the High Castle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was Japanese had half the United States and Germany had the other.
Yeah, if I'm remembering this, China basically conquered Japan and all the East, and then moved on. Moved, so they have half. And I like this Mexicland down here. But yeah, so. And here we have Lady Cops. Chilito would definitely hate this.
Well, he looks like he's walking like he's been probed.
Yeah. Okay, I have once again buried the side chat and everything, so I probably missed comments. Sorry. I'm assuming that's a comment back to people on the beach or wherever. Okay, yeah. But yes, here's Lady Cops in the year 2000. The rest, I don't know what. I don't remember what's going on in this picture, but should make up a story for it. I have not encountered any driving pigs in this art, but I'm sure if they're probably there, because actually one thing else in this world, not in this particular world, this is the one with all the where things run off of gases and things. The Life Electric setting, they do genetic engineering. In fact, they do genetic engineering to the point where at the upper sort of in the scientific arena and very upper classes, real humans or pure humans, they're fading, they're dying out, they're being replaced by literal test tube babies, and that's becoming a problem for society, and they're recognizing that the people, the sort of test tube people, genetically modified people, see that there's a problem and that they need to fix it somehow. Here we have sport fishing in their floating little houses or floating little boats. Supporters of the Second Amendment or something.
The right to bear umbrellas.
Yep.
Or is that a bagpipe?
Oh, could be a bagpipe. No, these are all guns. This is some of these are scans are better than others. Here we're back in the Life Electric, where everything is powered by electricity. Or are they on the moon here? Is that Earth or is that the moon?
Well, that's the moon.
That's the moon, yeah. And oh yes, one problem with this setting is, especially if you're working around the power generation stations, you need to wear rubber shoes. So this is a little girl, one of the main characters in the story, putting on her rubber shoes so she does not get electrocuted if something should go wrong, or just normal state of affairs. Sometimes things happen, and if you're not wearing electric shoes, well, then you are
tater.
Pretty much, yes.
So she lives out on Electric Avenue?
Yes. Here is our hero as they're traversing a sudden storm, and I showed this one last night, but I love the fact that you've got so much detail. You got little like roads down here.
Yeah,
Mountains.
if that lost propulsion, it's a freaking bomb.
Yeah. Yep. This would be bad. This is why this
Question: why are there roads?
Well, actually, we'll see that in a second here when I get to that next picture.
Not everybody can afford to fly.
Yeah, see that's why. And you saw the one picture with the people in their RV. There's that lady with the horse or donkey that's selling them fruits and vegetables. So there are people that are still living down here in the dirt, doing things that are necessary to keep up to continue life. And I forget what this is from. This was an editorial cartoon that he did about.
Stay away from me, lady.
Yeah. No, it was about. Oh, yeah, it was about economics and.
Yeah, because that's fortune.
Just like Chili's whining is about economics. Stay away from me, lady.
Yeah, driven
You're
towards
taking away my income.
Yeah. So yeah, taking it from here, giving it to the wife and kiddies. I don't remember quite what this means, but I need to look it up again. This one I've got.
The woman with the back, that's fortune.
Yep. Yeah, he's chasing fortune. That's actually the headline of the article too. That's what's from. But yeah, he's chasing fortune, and fortune, of course, is speeding away
on the twin chariot.
Yep. And here he's being driven by realities of his life. But yeah, he's getting money from fortune and funding his existence or something. But yeah, again, the detail in here, the line work, I love it. Still no driving pigs, though. And this is why there's roads. One of the reasons why there's roads, like this right here, we've got people on a camel in a very large tent. They got their pet monkey.
No wonder that camel looks fucked off.
Yeah. And here we have the video phone. Here we have social media. People are it's YouTube.
Wasn't one of the Lord of the Rings where they had the giant elephants that they had the whole battle fortress on the back of the elephant?
Yep.
Yeah, that's from Tolkien. So yeah, here's YouTube. Before there was a YouTube. Home Shopping Network.
Or the first episode of Queer Eye for the Straight Guy.
Yeah. And here's a guy who's rage quitting his arguing over the internet.
I was just offering her a chair.
Yeah, probably. And this actually is this guy is a character in the novel, and I think he was the first 100% absolutely no natural ingredients test tube baby. In the sense that everything in this guy is artificial and created in a lab. They didn't even use human origins to make this guy, if I'm remembering correctly. Here we have remote learning. This lady didn't have to leave her home to go to school and get a couple of advanced degrees. Thanks to
she's Australian.
Thanks to the telephone, the video phone here. Although here's Ben Franklin. Speaking of Ben Franklin, this looks more like Ben Franklin, the other guy. Maybe it's through history as well. War is coming, and they've got floating fortresses they've made.
Literal battleships.
Yep. And this one just amused me to no end. They've got the bicycle infantry. Cavalry, sorry. And they've got
Yeah, that was done.
lances. So
that happened.
This happened? Bicycles?
Yep.
Really?
1914.
Really?
And in the Second World War too.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess history is stranger than fiction. I saw this and I laughed.
Well, I don't think they fought on.
Hopefully they didn't. But let's see. What the hell was that headline?
Well, I don't know. You know when the last cavalry charge was?
Nope, not offhand.
1939.
Oh, in Poland. Yeah, okay. I did know that. You just reminded me. Right, that.
Prior to that, it was.
Actually, it was 2001 in Afghanistan.
That wasn't cavalry.
Fighting men on the back of horses riding in.
Let's see. Robida. Let's see when this thing was published. Since I forget.
I don't know what you call soldiers riding in on horseback if it's not cavalry.
No, it would be mounted infantry.
Oh, The Life Electric was published in 1892, so earlier than I had been saying. Still, phones were invented, but this was well before World War One. Now let's see, bicycles, World War One.
Didn't the British have a
bicycle battalions?
Yeah, didn't the British have a bicycle airborne battalion in World War II?
They had bikes, yeah, folding bikes.
The humble bicycle had been used in war since the late 1800s. All right, hence the drawing here of
yep,
huge forces on bicycles. World War I, many countries used bicycle battalions, sometimes called cyclist corps. These mounted soldiers were trained to fight in a mobile warfare approach. Of course, trenches sort of made it difficult when World War I came along.
Barbed wire, mud, and machine guns made it much harder.
That would also make sense, yeah. Huh. And photographers went. Folding bicycle. The French had a folding bicycle that was carried on a soldier's back. That was during World War II. Interesting. Okay. I'm learning things.
Also, the British had a scooter that they would jump with.
Huh.
A gas-powered scooter.
So yeah, these are mobile fortresses.
May or may not explode on you.
I didn't say it was effective, but they had them.
There is a guy from the Chemical Corps and his lady friend. More modern warfare. Again, I like the detail because the guys have gas masks. Oh, and here's another reason why there's roads, because they're moving their weapons around on the surface. And the horses have gas masks. And why do they not? Yep. And why do they not have electrical things pulling this? Well, because it's war, and they have to rely. They cannot rely on the ground. They can't rely on the electrical currents in the air because. So there's the roads. The electrical currents are in the air. Things fly on those. Another mobile observation point and fortress. So it's a tank, but they had those. And here's the bicycle guys. And even small arms in this particular world fire chemical charges and launch gases. And they're plugged in here. And that's actually electrical power for their weapons, too.
Okay. So, if you're We're still on the picture with the horses drawing the big thing.
Oh, you are?
Yeah,
Yep.
we're still on artillery.
Oh, I forget. You guys lag behind. I should not go so fast.
Shouldn't be
No,
lagging
it just
behind.
hasn't changed the image.
Uh-oh, we lost. Damn it, we got Steve checking.
We've got the image has changed now.
Yep.
Are you going to get pissed if the other guy fires quicker than you? Because you'll run out of ammunition because he's used it all.
Alrighty. Steve checked himself out of the stream again.
Hey, quick, we've been left without supervision. On the Steve stream.
We can go back to talking about Chili wanking off on on the show last week.
We can talk about anything and not be held responsible.
I don't know if we got anybody in the side chat anymore.
I have no idea. There might be.
Been over 10 minutes since anybody's said anything.
Australia's fake and doesn't exist. That might get Kerry to speak. Cap's there.
Well.
And Kerry. Ah, damn it. She's heard us. Now I'm in trouble. It was all Jim's idea. Woohoo! He's back.
Let's see if this will work.
There's nothing to see here. Nothing to see. We didn't do anything.
We're completely innocent.
All Kerry's fault.
No, I am not.
Yes, you are. We can see you, Steve, and hear you.
Okay.
Oh, dear.
Let's go to YouTube.
Someone needs to tell Steve that we can see and hear him.
Not.
Yes, Steve, you are. Put your earphone back in.
Hello.
He's ignoring us.
Okay.
Maybe this will get his attention.
No, I completely crashed. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear
you.
Okay, all right. Yeah, and
you can hear us now. Yeah. What happened was not our fault. It was all Kerry's doing.
Oh,
we
yes.
tried to stop her.
Well, it's those weird Australian powers she has. Don't offend Kerry, or don't make her angry. You wouldn't like her when she's angry.
Oh, we saw while you weren't here. I mean, the things she was doing, they were just terrible.
So I won't have a YouTube channel this time tomorrow, is what you're saying. Thank you, Kerry.
We tried to stop her.
Well, I see them. They're very nice. And I'm getting flashes that is telling me that I'm not connected to the internet, or that I should check my connection. So I think it's probably going to crash again, which really sucks because we were getting to some actually very nice, all the drawings of the war, we were getting to those. So, hey, if people will tolerate it, I think I'll have to do another Robida stream because we were just getting to the good stuff.
You should.
And
they're good.
I love
they're good.
I love this guy. Yep, we chat about stuff and then look at Robida. That seems to be a nice way to do a stream. So I think I will do that again. And actually, one thing I'm glad that I didn't do, because this has happened before, and I quit the stream that had crashed and started the new one. That stream that has crashed, it still is in my StreamYard feed as an active stream. And every so often, I find myself logging into that, which I did tonight, which why I was late, because I was trying to get the wrong stream to work. So I probably should just delete that. But I'm glad I didn't do that to this, because although maybe I should, because of Carrie's antics, and it's gonna be bad for the channel. I don't know. No, actually, I think probably Hank is the one that was doing antics.
No.
It was Chili. Chili did a drive-by winking.
Ah, okay. So actually, I'm curious. So I just dropped out, and you guys all continued, because the last thing I heard was, no, we're still on the picture with the horses pulling the large thing.
And then it went over to the two guys. Looked like two guys with the rifles hooked up to a tank.
Okay. Yeah, but then I disappeared.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, actually, wow, this is what happens when I get on here and have fun with you guys. It's now quarter to 2 my time, and so yeah, I should wrap up the stream. Thank everybody for coming by. Push a like. I think everyone is subscribed. Although I've noticed over the last week, I think I've lost 10 subscribers. Should I feel sad?
Not really, no, because it's probably just YouTube purging dormant accounts.
Oh yeah, that could be. That seems to happen in waves, so I think you're probably right about that.
It does.
Yeah,
plus YouTube has the habit of just unsubscribing people.
Huh, interesting.
We've all found it. You're like, why am I no longer subscribed to this? I've always been subscribed. What the hell? Yeah, YouTube unsubscribed it.
Oh, so they go and they look at, you haven't been to this channel in 8 months or 2 years, so let's unsubscribe you.
Oh, no. There's
it could be a channel you go to every week.
Yes, I watched a video from a channel earlier that day and knew they were going live that evening, tuned in for the live. I had to find their channel again and resubscribe.
Huh. Interesting. Okay. Well, I'm probably subscribed to several hundred channels, many of which I've only visited once and have never heard from again, and I'm still subscribed to them. I wonder if I've been unsubscribed from anything. I should check.
And sometimes it changes the status of the notification bells on you without letting you know.
Oh yeah, I've heard people tell me that they thought they had turned on notifications and now they weren't getting notifications. And I haven't. Even if I could turn off people's notifications, I don't know how. So I don't turn them off. No, why would any creator turn off the notifications? And why the hell does YouTube turn it off? You can't? Okay. Oh, well, that's good to know.
Only the subscriber can, and YouTube.
Creator can't turn them off or on.
Really? Well, can't you set them for your entire channel where there's no notifications that go out?
Nope.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I just assumed.
It's up to the viewer to decide if they want notifications or not. Or YouTube.
Okay. All right. I learned something else tonight.
Although we do know that StreamYard has cured one of its problems.
Possibly.
It now shows up gifted memberships in StreamYard.
Oh, really?
Once.
If someone gifts a member, it shows up.
It's happened once, so we don't know for sure.
No, it happened twice.
Okay.
Could have been a bug.
Oh, I should have played tonight.
The day or the day before that, they'd had the bug where if someone gifted a membership, it shut down your StreamYard chat.
Oh, well, that's handy. That's actually was first sign something bad was happening here, because the chat disconnected a couple of times, and then I disconnected. So before I disconnect again, I'm gonna say my farewells and thank everybody for coming out. And yeah, we'll do another Robida stream shortly. Maybe even Friday night, because I have my usual Friday thing is not happening, so I might come on here. All right, guys. Thank you again for coming out. Dan, Hank, anything you want to plug on Welsh news that's coming up that we should be aware of?
Boobs.
Boobs? Oh, yeah. Well, it's the month of boobs, isn't it?
Yep.
Although we can't play the boob song.
You can't? Why not?
Nope.
Copyright strikes? Or
Yep.
YouTube? Copyright strikes. Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
It got our stream blocked after the fact because we played the boob song. And we had to take it out.
Oh, yeah. Next time I do one of these, I'm going to have to try that The Cog is Dead song again and actually make it play properly this time.
Well, it played the first quarter of the
Yeah.
song just fine, then you muted it.
Were you guys getting an echo?
No.
No.
Oh, well, damn it. Okay.
We literally watched you turn the volume off on it.
Okay.
Like, what the hell? We enjoyed that. We didn't turn the volume off.
Okay, now I understand what I did. I actually shared the wrong. I shared it the wrong way. I shared the entire screen rather than the
when
window.
that happens.
So now I understand. Okay.
When we've both got some time, Steve, we'll show you how to load up the songs into StreamYard. So you just hit play and it auto plays.
Yep.
Oh, you can. I didn't. Oh, you can do that with other people's videos? I didn't realize that.
Yep.
We'll show you how.
Okay, that would make things so much easier. Wow. Oh, there's another flash that tells me that need to check my internet connection, but it seems to be, I don't know what's going on. So, okay, Dan, I shall hit you up. She'll hit you up on that offer at some point down the road. And before I get kicked, I'm going to kick myself. So thanks again, guys. I will see everybody next time or in some side chat somewhere.
See you later.
Would you finish already? Says Carrie. Yep. Goodbye.
Bye.
After